Hi, my name is Allie, and I have struggled with anxiety and depression for almost 7 years now. Just like with any illness, I've had my fair share of highs and lows. One of the lowest lows that I have ever experienced, though, was this past December, and my depression and anxiety got so bad that I had to force myself to eat. I couldn't go on vacation with my family because I just couldn't even think about getting on an airplane and going and pretending like everything was normal. And my vitamin D levels were super low, so low that I couldn't breathe normally sometimes. I remember there was a moment I was driving home from a friend's house on the freeway, and I was just gasping for air. I rolled down my window on the freeway just trying to get fresh air in my lungs because I just felt like I was going to pass out, and it was scary. And so that then about the entire month of December was really hard for me. I ended up going back on medication, which I was really against. When I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, I was against medication because I totally didn't want to be one of those people that had to rely on medication to get better. But I have learned that it is just like any other illness, and you need to take care of yourself, and if that means medication, then that's completely fine. So I have overcome that stigma, and one thing that has really helped me in particular, besides medication and therapy, is sharing my story with others. I was diagnosed in June of 2012, and it wasn't until the next year, May of 2013, that I kind of shared everything that had happened to me. And when I did that, I got a lot of surprising responses, as in I got a lot of people that told me that they were struggling with that too. People I never would have guessed that were struggling with that, because it is not seen to the common eye. I feel like I have been able to recognize it a lot more now because of what I've experienced, which I'm grateful for. But it was just so refreshing and comforting for me to know that there were other people out there who were experiencing the same thing, and that I wasn't crazy, and that I wasn't alone. And so I love this We Are, We Can movement that you guys are doing, because I started something similar about 2.5 years ago. I started a blog called Silently Surviving Souls, and I feature stories of mental illness and life not going as planned, as in infertility or losing a loved one or getting a divorce, things in life that we don't always plan on, for the exact same reason that you have kind of mentioned, to find commonality with other people who are also struggling. Because I feel like when we find that community, then it helps us overcome our hardships. And I have found that to be true. And with more of the stories that I share, I feel like there's people that connect because of it. And so I created that platform so that others could know that they're not alone, and so that they could find people who are also struggling with similar things. And I have also come to find that even though our stories and our struggles are different, there's things that we can relate to in each of them. I have never been divorced, and I have 2 kids, so I haven't experienced infertility. But when I read these stories, I feel like there's parts of them or little bits of them that I can relate to, that I have experienced as well. And so that's another comfort, that even though our trials and things are unique, we can relate to one another and we can help each other through it. And I feel like it opens up conversations that wouldn't have been able to happen without it. I have had people come to me asking me questions about anxiety and depression, and I never would have had that opportunity to help somebody if I hadn't shared my story. And so I'm grateful for that, and grateful for everything that has come from the platform that I've created, and I'm grateful that others are noticing that sharing and being open about the things that are in our hearts and our souls is actually healing. So thank you, and we can. I love it.